Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to Sunday's edition of the Doctor Who Daily. And if you're feeling charitable, please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and after this video, unless you've got a separate device, go over to Twitter, follow me at Movies TV Mad. So, big rumours this morning here in the Doctor Who fandom is that apparently the BBC have released a questionnaire asking fans to choose whether they would like season 13 to be split up. Now, first of all, let me just say, I don't know if this is true. I've seen the questionnaire on Twitter. I don't know if it's fake or true. Maybe true, maybe fake. So, what would a split season look like? So, Chris Chibnall has already said that they start filming in September, and he's hoping that season 13 will air in its entirety in 2021. So, are they planning to split the season? It's pretty clear we are seeing it in 2021, right? So, how would they do this? Well, if they're shooting in September, potentially they could actually be finished, ready to go for April. So you could have 5 episodes between April and May, right? And then another 5 episodes, maybe they would come back after the summer in the autumn. So how would this actually work? Well, already we have seen a lack of faith by Chris Chibnall in Jodie Whittaker. Now, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but we've seen the marketing of the finale being front and centre, Sacha Dhawan talking about his master and the characteristics of his master and everything that went into creating this master, right? Basically, Jodie Whittaker was benched for the marketing. Now, this is a blatant admittance that Jodie Whittaker can't sell this show. And again, on a human level, this is terrible for Jodie. And I don't know if this bothers her, but Jodie's just a working actor at the end of the day. She took this job. She knew this was the biggest opportunity she's ever had since Black Mirror and Broadchurch. So she was always going to take the job. And of course, being the first female Doctor, that was a big deal as well. But quite frankly, because the underdevelopment of her character by Chris Chibnall, she's unable to sell the show. I think even the people who don't have an issue with Jodie's Doctor or her being a woman would admit, quite freely, that when they look at her, she just doesn't feel like the Doctor. When they call her the Doctor, I think, but you're not though. You don't feel like the Doctor. The way you act doesn't feel like the Doctor. And even though each actor to play the Doctor acts really differently, it's still the same character and they still feel like the Doctor. Even Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy, who I'm not big fans of. I'm not a big fan of those Doctors. They still feel like the Doctor, right? And she doesn't. I think we have to all be honest about that. So there needs to be, I think there's going to be something. When you look at, as I say, the marketing and Sacha Dhawan being front and centre, when people are making jokes about Sacha Dhawan's master being rushed to hospital for carrying the finale, and I've spoken about this, that's true. Not that he was sent to hospital. He did carry the finale, but he was meant to. But John Sim, as I've already said, carried the last of the Time Lords. Literally, Tennant's Doctor gets turned into Baby Yoda by the Master, and we barely see him until the last 10-15 minutes of the episode. That was very brave by Russell T Davies, but it worked. And this works as well. Now, it's up to you as a viewer, as a consumer, as a fan to decide. Was this done purposely because they finally feel in a big episode like that she can't carry Doctor Who? And if you're the actor playing the Doctor and you can't carry it, you can't sell it, Houston, we have a problem. And I think there could be a tactic here. The only way I believe that they will split it in two is this. If they bump Jo Martin up as the Doctor full-time in season 13, not instead of Jodie Whittaker, but as well as Jodie Whittaker. I think, let's be clear here, from what I'm hearing from my sources, Jo Martin will be full-time in season 13. There is no doubt about that from what I'm hearing. Now, how are they going to do this? Well, the option I predicted in previous videos is that she could be part of the TARDIS team. That would be very interesting and very unique. Seeing I love Jo Martin's Fugitive Doctor. I need to re-watch Fugitive of the Judoon again because that episode's just amazing. Such a great conception by Chris Chibnall, and it really, really works, including bringing Captain Jack back. And I don't think he's fan service. I think he'll be popping up in Chris's era, a lot. And I do believe we are getting Torchwood back. The noises are good on that from my sources as well. So, and I did a video about that yesterday. Eve Miles pretty much hinted to that and alluded to that in a tweet on, Friday night. So how could a two-part, a Doctor Who season 13 split up in two parts actually work? I believe this is what they're planning on doing. I believe we'll get Jo Martin's Doctor, Fugitive Doctor, being the Doctor, starring as the Doctor, without Jodie Whittaker in the first 5 episodes of season 13. Will be in her TARDIS. She'll be the Fugitive Doctor. She'll be doing her thing. We'll find out more about her. Who is the guy who's protecting her when she's human? Is that the Master? And did they strike a deal for him to look after her? Who knows? Nobody knows. But yes, so he could be her companion, of course, as well, travelling through space and time and doing what the Doctor does. So yes, so my prediction is Jo Martin will star front and centre as the Fugitive Doctor in the first 5 episodes of season 13. Some people are telling me, some of my sources are saying I'm pretty hot on that. So could happen. Could happen, will happen, maybe will happen. Pinch of salt time, I think. And then when they come back in September of 2021, what they could do is have Jodie Whittaker in 5 episodes travelling around with Yaz. And maybe a couple of other people. But I would imagine if she's just in 5 episodes, and I think we're all assuming season 13 is Jodie's final season, and I think that makes sense because apart from Eccleston, Tennant and Capaldi and Smith did 3 seasons, was it? Well, Tennant did 2, 3 and 4, and a 4th year with the specials. And Tennant would have done a full season if he wasn't playing Shakespeare in theatre. So basically, Tennant's done the most seasons, but he hasn't done the most episodes, right? So it would make sense that Jodie is here for a 3rd and final season. And I don't even think Chris Chibnall can justify a 4th year for Jodie Whittaker. Listen, I'm not a Jodie hater. Yesterday I said, I tweeted Matt Shreves with a picture of Jodie as the Doctor. I said, give her a high five from me. Why did I do that? Because she's getting it from all angles. And I'm a human being. And she's part of the Doctor Who family. I don't see her as the Doctor. She hasn't grabbed me as the Doctor yet. But that doesn't mean as a Doctor Who fan, I can't be nice. And I think we all need to be nicer. Being nice and being kind, especially if someone's part of a show that you love. Whether you think she plays the part the way you want to see it or not. You're not hurting anyone, even if you don't agree with her casting and the way she plays the Doctor. Just be kind. Hopefully Matt says, this fan, look at this. This fan wants a high five. That will make her happy. So anyway, I think season 13 is Jodie Whittaker's final year. Now, this would be unprecedented and something, of course, the fandom menace and a lot of Classic Who fans would jump onto, of saying that Chibnall has failed, his choice for the Doctor has failed if she only does 5 episodes. But I think in terms, if we go away from the negative, this would be a fabulous idea that would capture my imagination, having the first 5 episodes of the Ruth Doctor, Jo Martin's Doctor, and the final 5 episodes of Jodie's Doctor, and then them uniting in the finale together, and then somehow they make the Ruth Doctor the permanent Doctor at the end of season 13. And I've also discussed this before because this would be a very different way of introducing a new Doctor, because ultimately they've already introduced her. So we already know her. So it wouldn't be as much as of a culture shock. So I would be very, very excited for Jo Martin to be the next Doctor. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be fabulous. Look, Jodie Whittaker was given one of the greatest gifts in season 12. She's been given one of the greatest arcs in Doctor Who history, in the history of the revival. This timeless child thing is amazing. I know everyone doesn't agree with that. I get it. But I do. I like it. And I like the introduction of the Ruth Doctor. I like the fact that she's a mystery box. I don't think she's a pre-Hartnell Doctor, by the way. And I'm still, as you already know, not convinced that the Doctor is the Timeless Child. Now, in the BBC kind of response to the negativity, they said this storyline is still going to be explored. There's still things to find out. So it is probable that the Master was lying or that the Matrix was corrupted. That's why I'm staggered by people overreacting. And it's like it's just an agenda. That's why they're overreacting already. I've got it on my Twitter, even with people I don't follow. Oh, Tom Baker's not the fourth Doctor anymore. He's Doctor 116. No. They're all the same numbered Doctors. You know why? Because nothing, no evidence, apart from the Master, a sociopath, a compulsive liar, a villain, telling the Doctor that she's the Timeless Child. The Master gives us, the audience, and Jodie's Doctor, the 13th Doctor, the Doctor, no evidence that she's the Timeless Child. In fact, she doesn't even ask for it. Now, that's interesting in itself. And we know that Chris Chibnall, after Jo's Doctor was introduced, he said categorically, she's the Doctor, no tricks. And with this Timeless Child reveal, Chris hasn't come out to say, this is a thing, there's no tricks, there's no going back. He hasn't said that. That probably means she's actually not the Timeless Child. So everyone needs to calm the fuck down. But I want to know what you think. What do you think about the potential of a split season 13? And would you like it better if we had 5 episodes of the Ruth Doctor and 5 episodes of Jodie's Doctor where they kind of combine in the finale of season 13 and Ruth finally becomes the full-time Doctor and she becomes, well, she'd be the 14th Doctor, wouldn't she? If it is confirmed that Jodie's Doctor, or the Doctor at all, is the Timeless Child. I'm still not convinced by that. Again, I want to know. I don't want to hear angry things, but you can post what you want in the comments. I'm not, this is not Nazi Germany. But what's more interesting to me to read in the comments down below, what is your intelligent theory? Is the Doctor, in fact, the Timeless Child? Or was the Master lying? Or did Tecteun corrupt the Matrix? Let me know down below. Like, share and subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with even more Doctor Who Daily. See you then.